The Legend of Vox Machina. Yeah, we're in episode 3 now, and yeah, after the first 2 episodes, the terror of Taldore is now solved. I mean, we found out that the Scottish general dude, played by David Tennant, by the way, was the dragon, the Draken, and he was dealt with promptly and had his head chopped in half by Grog. Good job, Grog. But also, the whole team did their thing. Scanlan with his distraction, Vax with the slice down the middle of the neck, and then Vex with the holy arrow, and then of course Grog chopping the dude's head in half yet again. So and now they are the keepers of the realm, or the protectors of the realm, rather. And now we're getting 2 characters. Briarwood, I believe, is what their names were. And they seem almost like vampires. They seem like they are not specifically human. I hear a phone buzzing. It's not mine.
It's 11.
Uh-oh. That's right. Kitty time. Well, while Nick goes off to feed his kitty cat, allow me to regale you of the tale of Vega, the slaughterer of snacks. Nah, well, there's nothing really to say. Vega's a food hooch, and he can't help himself. And that buzzing that I hear through the bottom of the ceiling, or that Nick's room is right above us. So, me hearing that, I'm just like, uh-oh. And I guarantee you Vega's up there right now, just like, Dad, where are you? Dad. And Nick is up there right now, and listen for the buzzing to stop. And the buzzing is gone. And, oh, I hear Vega. I hear the little pitter-patters of Vega up there. Oh, poor little guy. He can't help himself. He just loves his food. Yeah, I actually got to work on Lulu and her. Lulu, she's her diet is basically just I give her fancy feasts, which she's so used to having because that's what she usually got back in the day. But I'm gonna look and see if I can't get more natural stuff that my mom gets for her cats, because I'm just gonna be honest, that stuff is expensive, but hey, I want to take care of my cat. And Fancy Feast, while decent, it's not the best for Lulu. So I'm gonna look at getting Lulu some. I'm probably gonna get their little test thing that they have. It's like all 4 cans of their premier foods, and just like see which one she likes. And if she likes all of them, then I'll just order batches of all of them, and they stay good for years. So I'll be able to do that, no problem. But yeah. Oh, Nick is he coming down the hallway? I think so. I think he's coming down the hallway, or not. No, he's not. So whenever Nick comes back. Oh, also I started my 90-day challenge today in terms of not drinking any sodas, not eating any fast food, and instead I am basically trying to clean my diet up and also do some basic exercises, which I'm going to start doing yoga tomorrow, which, I've done yoga before, but Nick wants to try and do the yoga as well. I guess we're going to see how that goes. But, oh, there he goes. And Nick probably forgot something. You saw him for just a second, and then he was like, well, crap. And he went back upstairs. Also, another bit of news. A certain individual is going to be returning to the channel, maybe, on Monday. And I'm interested to see what people will think of his potential return. And by the time you're watching this, it'll probably be, especially on YouTube, if you're watching this, you'll probably know who it is. Maybe. Don't really know. I mean, we're not sure if he's coming over to record or not. I'm just. Oh, there he is. All good? All right. Glad to hear it. Okay, so yeah, so I think that's enough of an intro. What do you say we get into the Legend of Vox Machina episode 3, The Feast of Realms?
Okie dokie.
All right.
And Percy, too.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Damn, Percy. Oh. Plague Doctor mask.
Bad dream?
Is there any other kind?
Ah, the keep.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, good morning, Vax.
Morning.
Oh!
7 to 2.
Must you?
We can't all be aloof tight asses, Dorolo.
I'm simply suggesting you could all benefit from some well-practiced restraint.
Emotions aren't meant to be bottled up. Maybe you should cut loose once in a while.
Hello? Vox Machina. Are you here?
Stop! Grog, give it a little shove.
1 sec.
Hope you didn't feel the need to bring a housewarming present.
I didn't.
Oh.
Alas, I'm only here to remind you that Sovereign Uriel expects you at hhis dinner.
Oh shit, that's tonight.
Finally, a proper evening of protocol and civilized conversation.
7 to 3.
7 to 5.
5? He was just at 2.
Oh yeah, that was a 3-pointer. You see, the rules of ball tag are as complex as they are beautiful.
I shall brief them on royal etiquette and manners. You have my...
Okay. We never had ball tag, but we had a game called Squirrel. You ever played Squirrel?
No.
Basically, it was just a dumb thing. It's like, hey, look, squirrel, pow. And if they looked, that's when you smacked them. And you had to say squirrel. If you said something else, they got a free shot back. It's like, oh, squirrel, boom. You always had to be on the lookout too, because it would happen. Like they would go for like days without trying it on you, but then y'all would be outside somewhere and you'd be out hanging out. All of a sudden, be like, "Oh, dude, look, squirrel!" Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, that sucks.
My word, nothing will go wrong.
Oh, the shiny rainbow cod
Remember
piece.
what we practiced. Be reserved, be charming, protocol.
If you brought weapons, they must be checked.
From him on, Vox Machina?
Is that all you got? Allow me. Ahem! Vox Machina, champions of justice, hunters of dragons, destroyers of chastity.
Let's stick together. Follow my lead for formal greetings and... Or, do whatever.
2 for you, and 3 for me.
Stop.
What are you looking at?
You want to get freaky with me, sir? I don't even know you. You are a libertine and a cad. And I like it.
Reginald, what in the world?
I just asked where the privy was.
From Whitestone, Lord Silas and Lady Delilah Briarwood.
Oh. They're the ones that killed his family. You don't got your pepper box.
Percy, what's wrong?
It's them. Whitestone was my home until those fiends took everything from me.
Looks like they're staying overnight.
Why don't I make myself scarce and slip into their chambers? See if I can figure out what they're up to.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. But in case of trouble, we should have a safe word. Grog, suggestions?
Right. The safe word is Shenga.
Okay. I say.
You see, they butt heads a lot. But when one of them is in trouble or anything like that, for them to all have his back like that, that's a truly good sign of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Maintain yourself.
It's about to get real.
Percy, maintain yourself.
To our sovereign, Uriel Taldore III, and Empress Solda Taldore.
Oh, get up. Get up.
Nothing like a dragon attack to bring us all together, eh? Thank you, everyone, for making the journey in.
Percy!
He's just staring like a perv.
We cannot be caught unprepared again.
Percy! Talk to us.
I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Percy, I say you just walk over to the Briarwoods, say hello to Break the Ice, then punch him in the face.
I don't hate Grog's idea.
We have to wait. Give Vax a chance to gather some intel.
There you go. Hey, man. I've seen people sneak in with, like... oh, gosh. Oh! Hello.
What the bloody hell? Fucking snipe! Come on.
Okay, you talked about a toothpick. That's a proper lock-picking tool.
Yeah, but you still need two pieces to unlock the lock. You can't unlock it one-handed like that.
I don't know, maybe.
I do. I know how locks work.
Old school locks like that?
Locks.
Not the tumbler locks we have nowadays, where you have to like, where it's basically like 6 or 7 pins you have to pop up and then spin it. Instead, back then it was like one thing you had to like kick over from the locking mechanism.
I don't know, maybe.
Rather curious whether you would come. Our messenger did not return. In fact, I've heard dark rumors about Whitestone.
He is a vampire.
You are right. There's no need. In fact, Whitestone needs to be protected.
Yes, Whitestone's independence is not to be challenged.
You saw that?
Woohoo, nice catch. Have we met before?
We haven't met. I'm Vexolia. I'm so sorry. What was your name again?
Delilah. What an absolute pleasure to meet the protectors of the realm.
Those are beautiful beads. I have a set just like it, you know.
Beads? I've never once seen you...
Oh! Oh, you had to challenge. That's a nifty little familiar to have.
Mm-hmm.
Aha, secret compartment.
Tell me, have you heard how we became caretakers of Whitestone?
Here we go.
The official story is that the city was administered by the Derolo family until they succumbed to a rare disease. The sad reality is that the Derolos abdicated. They grew bored of ruling, and after their children raided the treasury, they abandoned their people to rot.
Ooh, Percy, calm yourself.
Thank you, Sovereign Uriel.
There's only so much you can take when somebody fucking killed your family.
Yeah, I know, and it's the fact that Percy's remained like calm this long is a testament to his like
calm as he can be anyway.
Well, yeah, it's a testament to like his character and like just how dedicated he is.
I'm sure they know who he is. That's why she said that.
No doubt. They're just they're toying with him at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be. And Silas, I'm pretty sure Silas, if he's not a vampire, it's like a form of like hypnosis and blood magic. I'm not sure.
He could be a warlock or something.
Probably.
So refined.
Oh.
Excuse us for a moment.
Oh.
Percival, darling, what did we say about emotions?
You don't understand.
Then help us understand.
The Briarwoods. They murdered my entire family.
We got what we came for. Uriel was more pliant than even I anticipated.
Yeah, he is a vampire.
Whispered one.
But finding the boy was unexpected. Our circumstances have changed.
Oh, beg your pardon. Just turning down your bed. Gosh, you're a handsome couple. Lost my train of thought. Be right back.
Oh shit.
Wait, Vax is up there. What if he needs help?
Plus he's got to squirts.
Okay, I'll distract you. You go. Ladies and lords, allow Scanlan Shorthalt to delight you with an after-dinner song I like to call Pull My Beads of Love. Give me a tug. I don't really know what you're thinking.
Okay, that's a James Brown groove if I've ever heard one. That's so off. That's offbeat.
You are a curious one. And you look delicious.
Ouch.
Vax, we have to move.
We lost the ticket? Screw it! Grog!
Come here, fuckstick.
Silas! Delilah!
It's the pup who survived. All grown up.
Step off, bitch.
No one kills back but me!
I've got you, Vax. Come on, please. I think not.
These are amongst protectors of the realm.
Yeah, it doesn't do much.
Oh shit, that ain't good.
You're gonna shoot somewhere, shoot for the heart.
My blade thirsts.
I believe vampires have to be killed with silver, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh?
I think in D&D lore, vampires have to be killed with silver, if I'm not mistaken.
Silver, yeah, I think the lore changes depending on where it's at. I mean, if it's silver in D&D, then yeah, that'd be more difficult. Oh, the more it absorbs, the stronger it gets.
You were saying?
We're not doing terrible, right?
No, this is terrible.
You're also short. You're also down a man. Ugh.
Oh no. Hold on, Frog!
Yeah, holy magic might work too.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. No. It's like he passed that vibe check. Good save.
Lady Briarwood, I did as you ordered. Your belongings are here.
I'll drive, thank you.
Stop them!
Come visit us sometime, Percival. You're always welcome back home.
No! I had them! Had them! And you let them slip away!
I didn't... Everlight... No...
You...
Percy. Percy!
Why were the Briarwoods here? What were they after? They were invited, like you, by Sovereign Uriel. Silas and Delilah have never left the confines of Whitestone before. Why here? Why now? Answer me. Now.
What the actual fuck?
Holy shit, Percy, what are you doing?
Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
Oh!
Percy, stop!
Now your soul is forfeit.
Halt right there! What is the meaning of this? Guards! Arrest Vox Machina!
Nobody move! Hands where we can see them!
Woo! They loved me in there! Oh, I was on fire! Fuck.
Yep. Basically. Well, I mean, given, like...
If I was a player in a D&D campaign, I would be mad at the DM. I'd be like, stop giving us fights we can't win! It's like, combat D&D is not fun unless you're killing shit. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, here's the one thing. Well, every battle is an opportunity to learn. And what did we learn here? Silas is weak against holy magic. And also another thing that we learned, Lady Briarwood seems to have, like, her power seems to come from that amulet around her neck. So...
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's just supposed to be a...
I think she's supposed to be a
sorceress
witch.
or what?
Probably a sorceress, and with the potential for I would also say, you know, she gets a big boost from her item that she has. I think without it, she's fairly powerful, but with it, she's unstoppable, especially with support. And I would say also with Silas, his whole thing is, you know, he's just naturally strong because of him being a vampire. That's why he was able to hold his own against Grog in a 1-to-1 fight. And he was beating Grog up until, you know, Pike assisted with the holy bracing of the axe. Mm-hmm. And then after that, yeah, I guarantee you Pike is going to play a big role in defeating Silas. And I don't know, and Percy, now that we're learning, like, he has an alternate self, basically. I'd say it's from the fact that he was affected by the Briarwoods. He basically developed a persona, the Plague Doctor. I don't know if that's the actual name of the character. But the Plague Doctor mask, the change in voice, the change in demeanor. Basically, he becomes a vengeful spirit. In that, you know, whenever he puts the mask on.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's up with that.
He's almost like a medieval Batman. I think that's actually pretty cool.
Except for with guns.
Well, yeah. No guns. No killing. Except this is the Batman who just, like, doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I use guns and I kill the bad guy. That's perfectly normal. Which, there's been arguments against how Batman does things. You know, with, like, the Joker. The Joker has killed literally thousands and thousands and murdered thousands of people, all because Batman won't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And
he refuses to kill one to save thousands. So.
Yeah, but instead he saves one and instead kills thousands. That's literally his...
Batman's whole thing is like, I'm not personally killing him, so...
Again, that's just passing the buck. There was a hilarious Robot Chicken skit where...
So that's the whole thing they always say is like, if you stoop to their level and you kill them, then you're just as bad as they are.
Well, that's a logical loophole, because the truth is, no, that's not even remotely the case, because there are people who genuinely do good, and, you know, here's the thing, I think killing is morally, like, the last thing you should do, but when it comes to absolute, like, pieces of garbage, to add, like, I guarantee you, if everyone had the opportunity back in 1929, every single person who knew what was coming would have put a bullet in Hitler's head.
Yeah.
Everyone who knew what was coming would put a bullet between his eyes. And then not only that, but for good measure, they'd probably put a bullet in Mussolini as well in 1922. And then, for good measure, you know, put a bullet in Stalin while you're at it too. Yeah, and maybe I don't know, the Soviet Union would have done better under Trotsky, but who knows? History unfolded the way that it did, and we have no way of going back.
There's always the chance that by killing them, like, you could have allowed the greater evil into power somehow. Who knows?
Potentially. I mean, I don't know. But I don't think there's any doubt in my mind right now that Silas and Lady Briarwood need to die.
Yep.
Because of what they've done and what it looks like they're planning to do. Because what they did to Uriel right there, basically them hypnotizing him into like saying, yes, Whitestone's independence must be maintained. I think that's something that's why they did that. They came there to pretty much just like call off the dogs from anyone investigating Whitestone. And now, hopefully Uriel will see through the ruse and just be like, look, send us in. And he'll be, Vox Machina will be like, send us in. Let us.
They don't want anybody to go check on it because it's probably a ghost town. They're probably the only two that live there.
Probably. Either that or...
Anybody that goes there, they probably fucking eat.
Wouldn't doubt it. Also, I wouldn't doubt it if when they get there, they find out that basically everyone's enslaved and they're basically blood bags.
Yeah, or that, yeah.
I mean, who knows? I really don't know. I mean, I've tried to remain spoiler-free, so I haven't watched any of the first playthrough or the first campaign on Critical Role, but I have been tuning in a little bit to Campaign 3, and so far, so good. I mean, it's not bad. But I can definitely see why this was adapted in this fashion because, I mean, let's be honest. Like, these characters, the actors, the world, the story, it all works really well. And the fact that it got fleshed out as a D&D campaign, I think is great. And I think more and more people should do that, let the story unfold the way that it does as a D&D campaign, and then if it's good, write it down. Hey, maybe you can make a book. Maybe you can make an animated show. Maybe you can make a live-action show. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know.
There's a big market in, like, D&D inspired books for sure.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Because, I mean, like, R.A. Salvador with, like, his Legend of Drizzt series, like, that's a big popular one that's based in the D&D universe. Following a dark elf named Drizzt.
Also, thank you, Gary Gygax, for making Dungeons & Dragons. Basically, a man who allowed everyone to become infinite creators with his universe, which I'm glad for. Same thing with Tolkien.
Not just with his universe, but also inspiring, like, countless other, like, tabletop games, like, that allow you to basically create your own adventures and share them with your friends, pretty much.
You remember that Futurama episode where Gary Gygax was with Al Gore and Stephen Hawking and Nichelle Nichols, and they were trying to make Fry get back in the pod. He did like a what if scenario, like if he never fell in the hibernation pod.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary Gygax, every time he spoke, he always rolled his dice. And there was a time where it was like a really intense scene where Fry was about to go back into the Vox. It's like, maybe we should. And then he rolls his dice, and the dice hit the table. Then Al Gore slaps the table and says, "Put the dice away, or I'm taking them away." Now that I'm older and I've played a little bit of D&D, I can't help but laugh at that. And also the fact that Gary Gygax actually voiced himself in that role. That was awesome.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And look what it created. Look what D&D has given us. It's given us this amazingly creative, hilarious, dark, and engaging show. And it's been given to us, it's being brought to us by the people, like the people who literally created it. And it's being voiced by the people who voiced it. Like, dude, this is to me, like, it's basically a D&D player's, dream come true. You know, it's just like, hey, my story's actually playing out on the bigger screen. And if we're able to play a game of Arkham Horror and it gets so good and be so in depth and so like, that we can basically turn that into.
Well, like I've said already, Arkham Horror is pre-written.
Yes.
And so that's not really how that works. But if we
our
ever play a game of World of Horror where I've actually written my own story, then that could work.
Well, again, I'm just saying, Arkham Horror, like the characters are already laid out, but in terms of the actions and how everything plays out, in terms of, basically them fighting back. If a character dies, then they die. Or if a character, has to retire and leave, then they leave. I mean, there's still a lot that can be there that can basically be written out, that could play out and could be documented, and then, hey, let's make that into a series, or let's do a test where we film some stuff as like a pilot. Like for instance, the character that I keep playing as Calvin, I'd like to see Micah play him, like with his hair tied back and the dagger and the suspenders and everything like that. I think Micah would kill as that part. I think he'd do great.
I'm not even going to talk about something that controversial here, but there's a really good reason he can't.
Well, you do know that the character was originally. Well, I know what you're going to say, but when the character was originally written, he was not what you're thinking. And plus,
I didn't know that.
Plus, I know, and plus, if people want to say something about it, I don't really care. All right. Anyway, I think that's going to do it. So that was The Legend of Vox Machina, Episode 3, The Feast of Realms. A good setup for what's next, or for what seems to be next. I mean, the Briarwoods, Whitestone. I mean, damn, hell of a setup, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. So, I guess for now, everyone, that's going to do it. So this was Critical Role. This was once again, if you want to check out more from Critical Role, feel free to do that. And if you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
See you later, everybody. Peace.